Mrs. Adelaide Anno Kumi, Chief Director of the Ministry of Interior, the Commissioner of Police, Dr. George Akufo-Dampare, Director General of Administration. Please, Director General, could you convey to the General Inspector of the Ghana Police my sincere gratitude for having played the anthem, the Dutch anthem, for me this morning. It is a particular honor for me to have had this in this period. And I would also request you to convey to him that the manner that in which it was done was impeccable. It was impeccable. Bravo! But I deem it, in particular for today, a very great pleasure to be with you this morning on the launch of the framework on police, media relations and safety of journalists in Ghana. And let me first thank you, partner, the Media Foundation for West Africa, and the Ghana Police Service, as well as, of course, all collaborating partners, for taking this very important step towards a greater media-police relationship and safety of journalists in Ghana. I think it is indeed a unique framework. It is a unique piece of cooperation. I think the Executive Director has expressed a couple of minutes ago that it was born, it was initiated in difficult circumstances, but I think as to what happened then, this was the correct and very precise reply. And I really congratulate everybody in this room and all other partners with that. So why I am here, and why is the Netherlands involved in this, and why is there always a need for police and media relationship? Like Ghana, the Netherlands deems the role of the free media and the free press crucial for a free, democratic society which is governed by the rule of law and has good governance. We therefore support a free press in words and deeds as part of a human rights policy and broader political policy. And I am proud to work here in a country where such freedom of expression and a free press, free media exists. Journalists have a vital role to play as guardians of democracy with others, and hence we should also support the independent position of journalists and media organizations. And that includes support to journalists, bloggers and human rights defenders in distress in their work to promote freedom of expression. We should stand with them. And simultaneously there's the police. The police plays a fundamental role in our society for keeping law and order and public order, and of course the protection of the public, the protection of the citizen of this country and of course in other countries of their citizens. But that of course also includes the protection of journalists and their duty of work.
Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the Kingdom of the Netherlands to Ghana, the Chief Director, the Ministry of Interior, Commissioner Dr. George Akufo-Dampare, Director General Administration, representing the IGP this morning, Professor Kwame Kaikari, members of the Police Management Board, colleague journalists, and indeed leaders of the media groups in Ghana, I would want to say thank you very much for making time to join us this morning, despite the challenge as Sheila had mentioned. Just about 2 years ago, we gathered here in this same very hall at a time for what we called a Forum on Police Media Relations. I must say that that meeting was held at a time of tension between the police and the journalists, and this was as a result of an assault on a journalist which happened here at the police headquarters. At the time, we thought that that was the right moment to bring the two great institutions together to try and mend any cracks that exist, and also to enable both institutions to understand and appreciate the very important but mutually reinforcing roles of these two institutions. That meeting really ended successfully despite initial challenges, and it ended not just as a meeting, but it ended on the note that there was a collective commitment to have a documented framework to guide relations between the police and the media in the country. From there, guided by the extraordinary leadership of the police administration and very dedicated representatives of the various media groups in the country, the process for drafting this framework that we are about to launch today commenced.
As a Ghanaian, we all complain a lot about so many things every day. But as a Ghanaian, I'm also very proud about many things. And one of the things is how we are building our democracy. And I think that the exercise we are doing here is one important element in our attempts at building democracy. After all, if democracy must work, it can only work in peace, in harmony, and in cooperation in civil ways. If you notice, what we are doing appears to almost be a logical development over other developments that have been going on in the police service in this country over the years. If you have observed the workings of the Ghana Police Service, you can also see that in the past decade or maybe a little bit more, the Ghana Police Service has opened up more widely to the general public. So much so that part of this is also a very useful cooperation with the media. Because, for instance, whenever a crime is committed anywhere, whenever and wherever something happens that has to do with a breach of the law, almost instantly you find a police representative, a police public relations officer talking to the public about the issue on radio. This goes on almost every day. And so this never used to happen. But I think it's a very important development and we must encourage it. Secondly, this document cites the police instruction manual, where there is a distinctive reference to how the police must deal with the media and so on.
The ambassador of the Kingdom of the Kingdom of Netherlands, Madam Anouk Kumile, Chief Director, Professor Kwame Kakari, my one and only uncle, Sule my very good friend, distinguished commissioners, deputy commissioners, senior police officers, distinguished invited guests, especially our stakeholders from the media, regional commanders also here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I have a very simple task to read the speech of the Inspector General of Police, who, because of an assignment that has taken him away from the headquarters this morning, could not join us. But let me read the words of the Inspector General of Police. I am delighted to welcome you to the National Police Headquarters for the launch of a framework intended to guide relationships between the police and the media in Ghana under the title, A Framework on Police Media Relations and Safety of Journalists in Ghana. The police administration wishes to express her profound gratitude to you all for finding the time to be here this morning for this function. This underscores the relevance you attach to this police media collaborative effort aimed at promoting good governance in this country, and we cannot thank you enough. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, ensuring peace, safety, and security within a country has become a public good that calls for co-responsibility and collaboration among stakeholders at both multilateral and bilateral levels. A police media partnership, which is at the bilateral level of cooperation, has the capacity to deepen good governance in this, our democratic dispensation, through enhancing transparency and accountability on the part of our two institutions, promoting the rule of law and protecting the fundamental freedoms and human rights of citizens, of course, including journalists and police officers. Thus, our two institutions have a common goal, which we must not lose sight of. However, over the years, the relations between the police and the media has been one of a mixed basket, leaving much to be desired. Specifically, we have had some great partnerships and collaborations, whereas at the same time, there has been a number of avoidably apprehensive situations between us. Without a doubt, no country can develop successfully and sustainably without peace, safety, security, and information sharing. And the police and the media, which play pivotal roles in this regard, need to find pragmatic ways of managing their differences in order to work in concert towards the attainment of these common goals.
I'm delighted to be part of this program and to launch a framework on police media relations and safety of journalists in Ghana. On behalf of the Minister for the Interior, I wish you well that you have achieved this feat. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, judging from the presentation of earlier speakers, I'm confident that the framework which I'm about to launch will achieve its aim of strengthening relations between the media and the police, and also providing modalities for addressing violations against journalists. As the chief technical person in charge of the sector ministry, it's of concern to me to hear or read accusations, counter-accusations against the police and indeed security agencies in the media space. In scrutinizing the police, the media sometimes reports based on misconceptions, misinterpretation, mistrust amongst the police and the media. The media misunderstanding might be attributed to the media's expectation of the police work in a manner which may not be founded in law or the rules governing the police service. I must say, the recent alleged brutalities by police on the international level has brought attention on police institutions worldwide. The media has been at the forefront of reporting. I therefore hope that this framework will help address all the concerns of the media reports, because they either heighten tension amongst the general public. Your Excellency, former members, media stakeholders, I believe also that this initiative is a boost to foster a good working relationship between both institutions and may lead to harmony in your respective arena, especially in an election year in the wake of this COVID pandemic. Let me therefore congratulate both the police and the media for this laudable step, especially when this document provides a complaint settlement mechanism and procedure. On this note, I have the singular honor to declare the framework on the police and media relations and safety of journalists in Ghana duly launched. Thank you for your attention.